welcome one all, my name is Tawess, and today the idea was to make some dice video, but, well, they came out jack as heck, jack as Bogdan, so we ain't gonna do that. I got an idea for those. This is not the end of the dice, but it requires some rejigging of the ideas. So instead, let's go back into what we're supposed to be doing, which is painting mechs. Now, this is for the diorama and will be the last unofficial mech for a while, because now we have 25-ish, no, not 25, but 20-ish new mechs. It's from the Clan Wars Clan Invasion Kickstarter. We're going to start by painting his grey side, and we are going to do some ever so subtle highlighting on it. If I can find the right grey color, that is. So the idea is to just basically leave the pits and parapets, the depths of the panels and stuff, black. Okay, maybe this was a bit redundant because this is way too close to black. So the Bastion Grey. I wasn't sure which one was grey enough, but that was a bit too grey. A bit too grey. A bit too grey. With the Bastion Grey instead. That's much better. Much better. So the idea here is to paint on the lines, just leave little bits of black in between. So you can go over this with brighter grey later on and still get nice sharp lines. Need some water for this, because I don't have wet palette, so introducing a bit of water into it prevents it from drying too quickly. You're gonna get the wet palette at some point. We're going to wash this later on. That's also part of why we're doing this. Because in order to get a nice effect when you wash it, you want some contrast between the greys. That allows, as you can see here, compare, you see there's still some black lines, outlines. I had a guy pretty much having a slight break / meltdown over how I was handling the mix. Apparently I wasn't doing things the right way, because we all know that there is such a right way when painting giant war machines. Now, I don't know who this fella was per se, what his story was, but one of those things we had a disagreement about was the cockpit windows. Now, I know there's a good, solid reason that most people like to glass their windows. But as I noted before, they aren't always described being glassed to begin with. And I mean, how do you actually paint see-through steel? I mean, you could just paint them as windows, but I mean, what's the fun in that? Anyway, so I don't do that. Of course, he also went off some of the videos where I really didn't done quick paint jobs, so I didn't really put all that much effort into it. I was more testing different paint schemes, and of course, so technically, those videos are not particularly good. Of course. That's the way it is. Making no excuses there. Technically, those videos were pretty buckets. Sometimes it's okay to just paint a little bit because I think it's fun. That's my philosophy, at least. But I do somehow draw the line at personal attacks. It's okay to be of a different opinion. That is a-okay, but start calling me names. And we leave okay territory. And move into, yeah, you're gonna have your shit removed. I don't ban people generally. Didn't do this time either. Did remove his posts though. Because I mean, in my mind there's a degree of politeness that have to be involved when you communicate with others. Especially if you don't know them. Now, maybe he had some pre-existing condition that make this difficult for him. I don't know. I honestly don't really care. Because, as I say, once you pass that line, your ass is grass. I don't have any problem with people disagreeing with how I do things. But you have to keep a civil tone. Otherwise, we're just slinging mud. I mean, that can be fun. But it's not particularly productive. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out. If you come here, if you want to critique, do a critique. That is always welcome. But keep it civil when you do it. And we will get along just fine. So yeah, anyway, that is that. We are now going to move into a set painting the official mechs, and that is exciting. Probably gonna start off with the rather slightly broken mech of Carlisle, the Great Death Legion, because, well, it's the Great Death Legion. And part of me is thinking that maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should paint something I actually won't be using, because I'm not going to be using the Great Death Legion particularly much. Not that I don't like them. It's just that I suck at painting that type of camo they use. And I don't really feel like learning that right now. And again, I can hear my biggest fan out there screaming that I should learn. But see, this is a hobby. And I am very particular about not turning my hobby into work. Because if my hobby turns to work, then it is work, not hobby anymore. And that would be really sad, because I kind of like my hobby as a hobby. That is why I have it, after all. If I wanted it to be work, I would try and make it work. It isn't work, though, yet, and that's the whole point of it. I guess a difference. I'm going to put up a bit closer. I can see the difference. This side. From the top it doesn't much different, but you can see it's coming along. Now with that little speedy montage over, we have reached a level where there we go. We now reached a level where it's time to wrap things up. We got a few little details to finish off. We have painted the barrels, we have painted the, well, armor, so to speak, the company insignia. We have pretty much made everything nice and crisp. Well, as nice and crisp as a very dirty old mech can be, but you know, let's say that's the whole point. It's supposed to look worn. Because we actually have a bit of window to play with. If I can find my lost golden paint, which I can't right now, so... Alright, there you go. Nope, that was brass. One gold, we are supposed to have another... There you are. So, let's see now. We start with this one. And this is Retributor armor, which is a very dark gold. But there's supposed to be windows. Sorry, not me use that word, but yeah. No. Nope. You paint your mech windows the way you want, and I paint my mech windows the way I want. It's a silly thing to be in contention about. So we're gonna paint this. I got some other bits. These are nice bits. Sorry, I got some of this stock material. A moment. Dear Lord. That's salty. I think salty crafted salt is sneaking up on me. Anyway, we're gonna continue later on with the whole diorama. And with that we're going to wrap this thing up. Well, we're gonna finish painting because this is not the end of the window, but we're gonna finish painting this one, and then we're going to wrap the whole thing up nicely with... It's... What the heck did I put that in Mech? I don't know where I put that in Mech. That's bad. It's somewhere on the desk. I'll find it. So what I'd love to do then is paint the building, which is gonna be fun. It's as noted for a ferro container. And glue that down to the IKEA shelf. That is going to be the baseboard. Texture that thing. Paint it. Slap the doors on it. Put the mix in. It's going to be très magnifique. Très magnifique. And why is it going to be that? Because I say so. Because I say so, it's going to be that way. This mech is now done. Maybe not like it, but I do. It has all the things I needed to have. Now both mechs are done. I'm just gonna pause a little second so I can find the genre. Is that the genre? Found the genre. Genre is found. These are the two mechs. They're going to be part of the diorama. As you can see, the color scheme matches nicely. And as noted before, this is the paint scheme of my former Mechwarrior online unit. All the rights reserved for Dim. Came up with it to begin with. I'm just borrowing it for this specific thing. I'm not going to paint the rest of my stuff in this color, it's just for this specific diorama. So, as noted. Nice orangey mech. Subtle. I mean, there's such a thing as subtle with this. Same with this. It's a nice scruffy mech. Kinda like it. Kinda like it. So, until... Actually not. We are going to do something more before we do this. Before we do this, we're going to do another thing. Things are done. Oh, let's put that thing down there. anyway. Until next time, stay safe, be kind, and play fair. Bye!